I didn't get a medal, so I was like all about the Hawaiian rolls.
Yes.
I also haven't
think you
drank
had?
since December.
That's right. And what's going to happen in April?
There's gonna be a monsoon.
Very wet April.
Very, very hurricaney tropical storms.
Monsoon April.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to a special edition episode of our March Madness Bracket Challenge. We are bringing in some friends of the pod who were a big influence to us getting our brackets and really telling me if I did a good job or not. But we got Pterodactyl, we got Lindsey, Miss I Bake, I Run, I Know Things, and we have soon to be 6-star Erika. What is up, ladies?
Hello.
What's going on?
Doing well, man. Woo.
We might also have some other friends of the pod joining us. We are doing this early in the evening, and everyone's like rushing to get home from either work or school, including us, and we have other cool things to do, but we're getting this in. First off, thank you for all your help and your input. Let's start with you, Pterodactyl. How have you been it's been a month since you've been on the podcast.
Yeah, gosh, not much has changed. I am a creature of habit. I'm doing great. Just ramping up for my redemption run at Boston. So, oh my gosh, we're under 40 days now. It's like, where'd the time go? So
6 weeks from today.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh boy.
Yeah.
We're all going to be in Boston.
So 40.
We are.
Yeah.
40 days until we cheer you guys on. Both of you two, Tara and Lindsey, are running, so we can't wait to see you out
for
there.
all you who don't know, you all know, but we did that little Poland Spring skit that totally got you in on the Poland Spring team.
Yep.
And you are going to get redemption on the Boston Marathon after last year's whole deal with your sciatic back pain, and you could barely even feel your leg. And let's talk about that real quick. You sent us like some wicked emotional videos when you got the news.
Yeah, I honestly, like, on a whim, and I'm not even going to say that I'm 100% better. I'm probably 90, which is good. But I was like, is this too soon? Should I apply? Because I think it was Katie Passini that sent me, actually, maybe Lindsey sent it to me too. A bunch of people were like, you should do this because they were giving away 15 bibs. And I was just like, I don't know. But I was training for Rebel, which is Cinco de Mayo weekend, because I was 3 weeks after my surgery. I was probably on drugs still. I signed up for a marathon. I couldn't even get off the couch, and I'm like, I'm going to do this. So I was like, I'm already training.
Normal reaction.
Right? I was like just determined, and I was like, I'm going to get better. I'm going to, get back to where I was. And then I just was like on a whim. Actually, I told you guys about it when we were down in New York. And I was like, I'm going to wait till our Peloton weekend's over, give Peloton the spotlight, and then I'll make a big post about it. And, if they pick me, great. If not, then it wasn't meant to be. And you guys put that freaking award-winning. I think I saw you guys on the Grammys last night for Best Short Film.
Yeah. It was the after show on the live
Love
stream. It wasn't on the network.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But you guys put that post out. That was awesome. But yeah, I got the message, and I just was immediately brought to tears because it was just like, oh my gosh, like I get to do this again. Like they picked me, and I'm getting my redemption run, and hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes great. So I'm super pumped.
Well, we're going to be rooting for you. Absolutely.
I remember being in New York City, and we were like shopping at the grocery store, and it's like, we're only drinking Poland Spring this weekend.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I have a water bubbler in my house of Poland Spring, so I should have led with that, but I didn't need to, I guess. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm drinking Poland Spring in this.
Yes. Lindsey, so how are you? You also are coming back for the Boston Marathon. I wouldn't call it a redemption tour or a redemption race, but you are again running with Team Honda. How are you doing?
Yes.
What's the game plan? Are you fundraising? Tell us a little bit what's gone on in your life since we last talked.
Yes, I am fundraising. I haven't met my goal yet. I did a big bake sale this weekend in front of Market Basket. We did really well. So that was cool. And then we have a fundraising event on Wednesday at Meek or the Zone, which is in Greenfield, New Hampshire, which is kind of a hike for everyone, but it's closer for me. So hopefully that goes well. Training has been, whatever.
I've let you down on a couple Fridays.
All I
Yeah.
can say is good job running today, because this wind is no joke,
Yeah,
and
the
you
wind
got
was-
out there and you did the damn thing.
Well, so I was supposed to do a long run yesterday and I didn't do it. And then I was like, oh, I'll do it Monday. And then I saw the wind. I saw the forecast and I was like, nah,
Mhm.
I'm not going to do it again. So I'm doing it tomorrow.
With me.
So, you know.
You're still getting it done.
All right,
Yeah.
nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Question about your bake sale.
Yes.
Were the cupcakes deformed like they were for Tara, or were they good this time?
I didn't make any cupcakes.
Ah. Lindsay makes
No,
the
I
best
made no
cupcakes, guys.
No, because
Preach.
last year when I made, so I did a bake sale last year too, and we did really well. And I made cupcakes, and unless you put them in individual containers, like they're so hard to try and like sell to people. What are they going to do? Carry around a frosted cupcake, and like you can't put it in a plastic bag. So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing those this year. But we had so much stuff left over because I had a bunch of people like come through last minute and bake a bunch of stuff. So literally Spencer and I have just been eating cookies nonstop for the last 2 days. So
Carving up, yeah.
I feel pretty disgusting, to be perfectly honest.
All right.
So,
well,
yeah.
I think we're here with a mission, and we know that you have to get somewhere at a certain time, or else you're going to get yelled at
I'm
from
gonna get
from
I'm gonna get yelled at and get charged extra.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't
Do you
want
want to
that.
give
We'll get
the
you out
name?
on
It's
time.
not a Karen, but you gave it a name. Tell us the name you gave it.
Yeah. So I don't want to get the cath wrath. So my daughter's driving instructor. Her name is Kathy.
Oh,
And-
she's a listener of the pod.
Oh, hey, Kath. My daughter tells some really funny stories about her. She's like very zero bullshit. And yeah, so you guys know the story about when I was 2 minutes late the other day. So to pick my daughter up.
Mhm.
Well, let's get to it. We have our
do it
March
again.
Madness Bracket Challenge. Erica and I have been talking about this for a while. Shauna's been wanting us to do it for a while. We all got ours here. My printer and Erica's looks like they printed
Yeah.
with color ink, and you guys are
made my
black
own.
and white.
I made my own.
Tara
DIY.
Pterodactyl
Good job.
is in pen on her own. Let's first talk about this. I finally reached out to you girls as I've been getting better and better with Canva, and I was building my confidence. And I was like, I want to do this. So I reached out to our group chat, and we all brainstormed for like, let's just call it 12 minutes. And I think we had our categories, our regions. Tara, why don't you tell us about a little bit of our group chat there and how this all came together with our regions?
Yeah, so we were just talking March Madness, and it just came up like, let's do a runners version. So we were like, all right, well, obviously we need regions. So if you guys follow March Madness, you've got like the East region, the West, the South, and North, whatever. But there's 4 regions. So we're like, all right, we need 4 categories. And then we'll have a winner of each region, and then they'll make it to the final 4. And then we'll have the championship, and then we're going to crown an overall winner. So we had Eric and everybody kind of collabed, and Eric's been putting up the in the stories. People have been voting. I think you've gotten some good traction, right?
We've gotten wicked awesome engagement, like some of the best we've ever had before. I'm super excited. Like this is working and everyone's participating and doing the votes. It's been awesome. So as we're talking right now, we have worked our way through the race day dinner quarterfinals and the race day breakfast, or the pre-race dinner and the race day breakfast quarterfinals. We have not moved on to the race fuel or the post-race meal yet.
Yeah. So I found it hard. I mean, it's easy to pick a winner for each region, but then when you're putting all 4 of them up against each other, it's real hard to pick.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a little
It's
whiteout
so hard.
on my page because I was like, wait a minute, no, I can't do that. I got to do this. So, but I did pick a winner. But it was difficult.
I don't think it was difficult for you, but we'll get to it.
I think you did such a good job with all of this on Canva. I
You
mean,
did awesome.
it is just very attractive looking. It draws you in with the colors. I love our little poop emoji logo. It's so cute.
This was fun. I just wish I could go full screen, but if you guys are watching on the YouTube channel, you're getting the my computer screen here. So yeah, this was a blast. I love our OTR blue. Just the other day, Adeline says, "What's your favorite color?" And I go, I'm about to say red. I said, you know what? I think blue, like on the runs blue, is my favorite color now.
Mhm.
I love it.
There you go.
All right,
Yeah, it's a
so
good
It's
color.
very flattering on a t-shirt. Wink, wink.
Yeah,
Tara.
let's start with the pre-race dinner bracket. Now, if you're looking at the screen, you can already see what the people have voted, but let's go through the list here. I want Tara Pterodactyl to start. So Tara Pterodactyl, The number 1 seed is pasta going against the number 8 seed fish. Fill me in on your choice.
Pasta, hands down. If you told me I had to eat pasta for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the rest of my life, I would be like, hells to the yeah. I like fish, but I personally, before all my really long runs and races, I have pasta the night before. So that was easy for me.
All right, let's go 6-star. Erika, what was your choice?
Hands down pasta. Who the hell's idea? Obviously, it was you to put fish in there.
You have to have a lower seed. You have to have an underdog.
Yeah, but you could have put like anything else.
Maybe
a lot of
fish
people
sticks.
like fish. Like apparently fish is really good for you. A lot of people like it.
It is good for you, but what
I feel
don't
like
think
it was
is
a
great
solid 8
pre-race
seed.
food.
It was a solid 8 seed. It's not like
no.
I'm having pasta go against lasagna.
Kind of mad sandwiches didn't make it in there because that's my go-to. But out of fish versus pasta, just hands down pasta.
All right,
Yep,
Lindsey.
yep.
Pasta. I'm the exact same as Tara. Like, I would eat it all the time if I could.
Well, let me tell you
So.
something. When I go into work every day, I go in through the back door, and I purposely go around one of these break rooms because it smells like what do you call it? Leftover fish. And I hate that smell. And if I ever have to walk through the room, I am holding my breath because I do not like fish, especially if it's not fresh. So I went with pasta, baby. I think that's a overwhelming number 1. It's probably a strong seed throughout the bracket, but we'll see. Let's go to number 2. We're going to go in reverse order. Besides me, we're going to go Lindsey, pizza versus tacos.
I love tacos, but I don't want to eat them before I run. But pizza. I mean, pizza and pasta are like the 2 things that I'd eat all the time, and Spencer makes the best pizza, so definitely pizza.
Are you a hard shell or soft shell taco eater?
I like hard shell, but I do either.
Me too, and that's why I picked pizza, because I don't want to be sharding pieces of hard shells in the middle of my race. And I just love pizza. So pizza was my choice.
Oh my God.
That's
Is that salsa? No, that's blood.
This is on the runs. Let's go 6-star. Erika,
avocado?
what did you pick?
Guacamole?
Pizza or tacos? Are you
Hands down again, pizza. Because pizza for me would be the ultimate. Like, I would eat that breakfast, lunch, dinner all the time, anytime. You can't go wrong with pizza. Unless it's real greasy. But I'd still probably eat it. I'm not very picky when it comes to pizza.
All right, Pterodactyl, you're up. Pizza, tacos.
Definitely pizza. That's my second.
What are you girls putting on your pizza? What are your toppings?
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh. Like I said, Spencer makes a lot of really good pizzas, so it's hard to decide. Are you saying what would I put on it before a race?
Absolutely. Like we know Amanda, she does buffalo chicken pizza.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd probably do like Spencer makes an Italian sausage, pepper, and onion with a ricotta. I do that.
Ooh, that sounds amazing.
It's really good.
Erika?
So Brandon makes a great pizza too, and we have kind of our go-to. So it's like a wheat crust. We'll do extra tomatoes in with the sauce, garlic around the edges. He'll put pepperoni, turkey pepperoni, ground turkey, and red onions on it, and it just like crisps up real good. And lots of cheese, mozzarella cheese. We'll do like the pizza blend. I don't even know what's in it, but it's chef's kiss.
All right, Tara.
Yeah, I'm anything with meat. Not big into peppers or onions, but I do love a Hawaiian, and I do think pineapple belongs on pizza.
Really? Yes. That could be a whole debate.
I am team pineapple on pizza.
That's next month's vote.
Well, I'm a Domino's pizza guy because a medium-sized pan pizza at Domino's with mushrooms, pepperoni, and sausage, no cheese, is $6.99, sometimes $7.99. I am all about pizza and meat it up just like you, Tara.
All about the meat.
All right, our next seating here. I may not have correctly done the seatings like Pizza maybe should have been on the bottom, but whatever. We have
Potatoes.
versus rice. And I want to tell you, just yesterday, I took the cover off the griddle. I reseasoned it. We did some chicken and
I saw
potatoes,
that.
and we chopped up the potatoes, put some seasoning, and they're amazing. But I love rice, but not as much as I would love potatoes before a race. So in this category, potatoes wins for me. Let's go 6-star Erica. What wins for you, potatoes or rice?
Honestly, the same as you. I like me some rice, but potatoes, you give me some tots, you give me French fries, you give me a baked potato. I am all about it. The only thing that's kind of funny, a lot of like runners, ultra runners like mashed potatoes during races and stuff. I mean, this is still pre-dinner, but I cannot eat mashed potatoes. I have like a texture thing and they just never come out the way I like them unless they're like a little chunky. I love the red potatoes too. But I would always go for more of a French fry or a tot that satisfies.
You just gave me some genius content ideas now that I know you can't eat mashed potatoes. And the next time there's a bet or something, it's going to be you're going to eat mashed potatoes in the middle of a run. It's going to be awesome.
Well, let me put
We're
it
going to
this
put
way.
it in one of those
can't
gel
eat them.
packs, like where you put gel in, and you're just going to suck the mashed potatoes during your long run.
I can eat them. I just have to eat it very slowly because it's just, it's a whole thing. So, but I could take that challenge and win, and you would be shelling out some cash.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. That will be later on the pod. Pterodactyl, potatoes or rice. So far, we've all picked the same. Will someone finally be different?
No, I'm with taters. Yeah. I was thinking more along the lines of French fries or I love sweet potato fries. Like I could eat sweet potato fries all day long too. So team tater over here.
All right. Lindsay, how about you?
Same. But Erica, you're breaking my heart because mashed potatoes are I could dive into mashed potatoes and swim around and be so happy. I love them. So
I'm picturing you like Scrooge McDucking into like instead of a pool
Totally.
full of coins, it's a pool full of mashed potatoes.
Oh, all right. We've been watching a lot of DuckTales in our house lately, by the way. Like we found all the old Disney content and the boys love it. And I think it's kind of cool.
Nice.
And I learned out where the mom's been for the last 10 years of when the ducks are living with their uncles. But we'll get to that on another episode. The final category, let's see if we're different here. We have chicken versus beef. Beef could be any kind of meat, I guess. Chicken is just chicken. It could be any kind of chicken wings, chicken fingers, chicken breasts. Let's go pterodactyl. Chicken or beef?
So I'm a big fan of both, but since we're doing pre-race dinner, I was thinking more. I go more bland, so I was just thinking grilled chicken, and I went with the chicken.
Especially if you mix it in with that pasta.
Oh yeah,
so good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, Lindsay, drinking her Poland Spring water in her big mug. What is your choice, chicken or beef?
Definitely chicken, for sure. And it's for the same reason. It's like you just want like kind of boring food the night before because you don't want to take any chance. Especially for me, I don't want to take any chances with my stomach. So, yeah, chicken.
All right, 6-star Erica, soon to be.
Yep. I went with chicken too. Again, I could eat the chicken, beef, pretty much any other kind of meat, but I eat it more for protein. I mean, chicken is just kind of the go-to for that. And I mean, as much as I'd like to say that I do it to not upset my stomach, but it's just the easier thing that we have in the house.
And the same goes for me. The cows from Chick-fil-A are going to be very happy to know that we've all picked chicken. And also during the voting last week, chicken won. In fact, we are all perfect in the quarterfinals according to the way our listeners voted. Pasta, pizza, potatoes, and chicken advanced to the semifinal. And we'll get to the semifinal later. But right now, we're going to go to the race day breakfast region. And this one was so much closer the other day when everyone voted over the weekend. Let's start with you, Lindsay. Bagel or cereal?
Definitely bagel. Cereal, if I eat a bowl of cereal, like a half an hour later, I'm fucking starving again. So I definitely don't want to eat that before I run like a marathon.
All right. What are you putting on that bagel? Cream cheese, peanut butter? What do you got there?
Peanut butter and honey.
That's the way to go. Oh, honey.
Yeah.
Oh.
Delicious.
Peanut butter. All right, pterodactyl. Bagel or cereal?
I am bagel, but definitely plain. I don't do like raisin or anything. It's a plain
really?
bagel with lots of peanut butter, but Teddy's unsalted peanut butter.
Yes.
Not a Jif
That's
girl.
what I buy.
No, you know what's funny is I stopped eating, like, years ago I like cut salt out, and then I tried to go back to like Jif or Skippy, and it was disgusting. Like, it was way too much salt, so I'm just strictly Teddy's unsalted peanut butter.
Okay. 6-star Erica, soon to be. What is your choice, bagel or cereal? And tell us what kind of cereal or what kind of bagel.
Well, I love me a bowl of cereal, but I'm not going to eat that on race day. It's definitely bagel. And I am with Lindsey and Tara with peanut butter. Actually, yes, I buy Teddy's unsalted. I like the creamy, but I will eat the chunky. But I put jelly on mine too. I do a peanut butter and jelly bagel.
Well, I am on board with the three of you ladies. So far, we're all perfectly matched together. I have bagel. I can't even tell you the last time I had cereal, but a plain bagel, or it can go a cinnamon swirl bagel with peanut butter. Lots of peanut butter. Love it. In fact, I might even have 2 bagels because they're that freaking good. Let's go to our next region. Not region. Let's go to the next rankings. We have eggs versus oatmeal. We have eggs versus oatmeal. Let's go, Lindsey. Lindsey, what was your choice here? Eggs versus oatmeal?
Oatmeal. I went with oatmeal.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
gotta have the carbs. You gotta
All
have
right.
those carbs.
Erica, how about you?
I actually differed for this one, and I chose eggs
Finally,
because
we have some
I have
conflict.
something different. Yep. I have the texture thing with some oatmeal, so it doesn't quite agree with me. But I was also thinking I would eat a bagel sandwich, like an egg bagel cheese sandwich on race day
Same.
morning. And
Yeah.
I've done it before, and it's worked. But I don't know for like marathons. That's a different story.
All right.
But yeah, give me some eggs.
Pterodactyl.
I am plain oatmeal with some cinnamon.
All right. Well, we all differ here because I am eggs. Like again, just like cereal. I can't tell you the last time I had oatmeal. It had to be when I was like a baby, a toddler. Like, you guys still
Really?
eat baby food? That's news to me. I guess you guys are still children. You know, we're professional podcasters over here. But it happens to be that oatmeal beat eggs in the vote. I can't say that word. Maybe that's why I don't eat it. I can't say oatmeal. But it beat eggs. So oatmeal moved on to the semifinals, to my surprise, because I put eggs in the upper seed there. So that, in my mind, is the first upset where oatmeal. I can't do it.
It's like you're
never-
actively saying
I'm
it
never
wrong.
going to be able to say it
No,
again.
I will never call it
Oatmeal.
oatmeal ever again. Do you call it oat milk?
I don't drink milk. I'm allergic. I don't know.
That's right.
You could drink oat milk,
Wait,
though.
but you
'cause
could drink
it's-
oat milk.
That's non-dairy.
Oat milk. Yeah,
Well,
non-dairy.
let's get out of this oit situation we're in here, and let's go to one that I think might have had some controversy during the votes. But we have pancakes versus waffles, and Erica was like, "You need to put these up against each other because they're like the same thing." And I'm like, "Oh, that's a good first round
What
quarterfinal
shape do
matchup."
you guys prefer?
So soon to be 6-star Erica, what did you pick? Pancakes or waffles?
I think I went the controversial way, and I went with waffles. I feel like they are easier to make. Just pop them in your little waffle maker, and
Especially the frozen ones.
Well, yeah, I tend to make my own because what I'll do is I'll throw in a scoop of like protein powder, so I'll make protein waffles, and they're delicious. But I mean, there's so much space for syrup, the little syrup pockets, and you put some butter in there, and oh my god, it's making me hungry. I want some brunch.
Pterodactyl, where do you stand here? Pancakes or waffles?
I went pancakes, but for convenience, I would go waffles because I do have frozen waffles in my freezer. But there's nothing better than the fluffiness, I think, of a pancake.
Now, let me ask you this. Did you think of that after the person who runs the On the Runs Instagram handle commented how waffles are so much easier at 4 a.m. versus making pancakes?
Yes, absolutely. Like, you won't see me whipping up some pancakes at 3:30 in the morning. I am all about the toaster at that hour.
That's right. That's where my head was at because I picked waffles, and I love to make pancakes on the griddle, a bunch of them with chocolate chips. But yeah, you grabbing those frozen waffles out of the freezer, I load it up with butter and put it in the toaster, and it's all soft on the inside. I
Yep.
like to fold it like a taco And I like to actually fold it the opposite way, where all that soft, mushy butter or margarine in my case is on the outside. It's so good. And I always do 4 waffles. I don't know about the 3 of you. Lindsay, where do you stand? Are you team waffle or team pancake?
I'm team waffle. Definitely waffles. Yeah.
Pterodactyl, you're one in the minority.
I mean, I like pancakes too, but definitely they're, like you guys said, it's way more convenient.
Pancakes are amazing. But the 3 of us are on par with the rest of, or not really, because this was super close. It was like 54% to 46% on the run story poll. Waffles advances to the semifinals. And then the other one that was really close, and I think threw some of you off, our final bracket in the race day breakfast region, Toast versus Pop-Tarts. Soon to be 6-star Erika. Let's hear it you. Let's hear where you went.
I had to go Pop-Tarts on this because those are grab and go, easy, delicious, like 400 calories in a packet. I mean, if you're looking for those carbs, there they are. Super easy to go. I mean, I will eat some toast, but that takes a little more effort. So I'm going the easy way.
All right, Lindsay.
Pop-Tarts all the way. The maple brown sugar, those are my favorite. And they're great when you're doing like Reach the Beach because...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And just grab them.
Pterodactyl, where do you stand?
So I went with toast on this because I use Pop-Tarts for fuel. I buy the little mini Pop-Tarts and they come in like the little bag and there's like 5 or 6 of them and I eat them when I run. So I was kind of like, I don't really eat them before. So I went with toast because I do oftentimes go for the toast.
Same. I went with toast because just like cereal and oatmeal, I can't tell you the last time I had Pop-Tarts. But I am more interested to try it again, like the strawberry filled one on the inside. I do want to try it, but it's not something I buy. It's not something I ever think of. Maybe I should. So I might try it because it seemed like a lot of people thought Pop-Tarts was going to win, but Toast did take the victory and moved on to the semifinal. Here's what we're going to do. So Lindsay doesn't get in trouble with the caffeinator or whatever her name was. Lindsay, let's do a fire round through your brackets because you have to go soon and pick up your daughter. And of course, just like all the time, we take way too long than we ever thought we would recording this podcast. So, Lindsay, I'm going to read these off and you tell us what you picked. Erika, I want you to write them down. Are we good to go? Fire round. Are you ready, Lindsay?
I'm ready.
Gels versus gummies.
Gummies. I hate gels. They make me gag.
Okay. Salty snacks versus energy bar.
Salty.
Water versus cola.
Water.
Notice I said cola, not Coca-Cola. No free ads, everybody. If you want a sponsor, you could get your name in there. All right. Pickles versus bananas.
Pickles.
Okay. Let's go to, that was the race fuel region. Let's go to post-race Grub region. In the number 1 slot is beer. Do you have beer or Gatorade?
Definitely beer.
All right. What about hamburger versus hot dog? And you couldn't make that a cheeseburger if you want.
Definitely cheeseburger with bacon.
Okay, cool. What other toppings do you put on there? Do you pickles? Do you go
lettuce, tomato, pickle, onion?
Load it up like that bagel?
Some sort of spicy sauce. Yeah.
Nice. Do you remember that hamburger I had in the train station, Pterodactyl?
Maybe
the best hamburger I ever had, and I was like skeptical until I took a bite about how expensive it was. All right, let's move on.
Was it like $28?
That was the total
like
with the fries. Yeah. I think it was actually like $34 with the fries and the drink.
Travel back to Penn Station just to get one and then come home.
Hey, that would be a sweet train ride.
Most expensive burger ever.
Yeah, just make sure you don't get the quiet car. Let's go to the next one. Steak versus burritos.
Burrito.
I said that funny too.
Definitely. Burrito.
All right. And then we got this match versus the rolls. We got lobster roll versus Hawaiian roll.
I went with a lobster roll.
Yes! Oh, you're amazing, Lindsay. Thought I was going to be in the minority there. Okay, let's go back, Lindsay, to your pre-race dinner bracket. What do you have? Pasta versus pizza. Please don't say it. Please don't say it.
Pasta. I'm sorry.
All All right. What about potatoes versus chicken?
I went with chicken.
All right. All right. So we
Yeah.
got pasta versus chicken. Let's go race day breakfast. Bagels or oatmeal?
Bagels.
And then you picked pancakes, right?
No, I picked waffles.
Okay, waffles
Yeah.
or Pop-Tarts?
Pop-Tarts.
Oh, Pop-Tarts making its way to the Final Four.
Yeah.
All right. In the race fuel, you picked gels, salty snacks, water, and pickles, right?
Yep.
All right. You got gels versus salty snacks. Who moves
No, I picked gummies.
Gummies.
I said I hate gels.
Who
Yes.
moves on to the Final Four? Gummies or salty snacks?
Gummies.
And then who moves on next? Water or pickles?
Water.
All right. Let's go the next one. You pick beer. I can't even say anything right. Beer. I'm saying like the I. What wins here?
Weirdo.
The cheeseburger or beer?
Burger.
Burger wins. It moves on, man.
Yeah.
Some people thought beer would be the winner overall, but it doesn't even make its way to the Final Four. Pterodactyl, you're not right all the time. And then we got, what do we have here? What did you pick for the next one? I know you have lobster roll. Was it steak or burrito? It was burrito, wasn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
So who moves on, the burrito or the lobster roll?
Burrito.
Burrito moves on to the Final Four. What do you think here, Pterodactyl, and soon to be 6-star Erica? That is your name going forward until you change it.
Soon to be.
Soon to be STB.
Yeah.
As long as it's not STD, we're all good.
So what do we think of her Final Four? She has
I think
I
that's the
already
elite
forget.
eight.
What does she have? Erica, what's in her Final Four? I know we have bagel versus waffles. And we have pasta versus chicken. And we have Shauna joining us. Shauna, we'll get to you soon, but this is great.
Shauna.
Hey.
She's got to go a little bit further. So we've got pasta versus chicken. We got to see what she gets out of that. Which one goes?
All right, Lindsay, who moves
Final
on to the
Four?
final? Pasta? Pasta moves on to the final. All right.
Yep.
Then who moves on? Actually, this would then be your Final Four, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
Who
we
moves
were
on
in the
then?
elite eight. We're on the.
We're
Final
in the
Four.
elite eight. So now we're moving on to the Final Four. So who else moves in? Who do you have, Lindsay?
So I have my Final Four are. Oh my gosh, am I messing? Let me look at this.
Shauna, Lindsay has to go, so she's doing a rapid fire.
I'll just. All right. So what did I say? I said
Pasta.
You got bagel versus Pop-Tarts. Who advances?
okay.
from
So my
that?
Final Fours are pasta, gummies, burger, and bagel.
Pasta, gummies, burger,
burger.
bagel. All right. Who wins those rounds? Who moves on to the final?
So the final two were pasta and burger, and then my champion was a burger.
Yes!
That was
Burger beats pasta. I feel like that's an upset.
That is an upset.
it is an
A
upset.
little bit.
All right. Burger beats pasta for Lindsay.
Yeah,
I'm so happy.
Which is so crazy, but because I love pasta so much, but I think I haven't had a burger in so long that I've been dreaming about them.
All right.
Well, you never know how these votes are going to go. Anything can happen.
That's right. That is right. Well, thank you so much for being a huge part in helping us come up with this list and everything. But you got to go before you get like Karenated or whatever it was.
I know. Well, no, I just was thinking about the one day that I was at work and I was super busy, and then I checked my phone and I had like 112 unread messages from the group chat. I was like, "Oh shit! I need to do a little catching up here."
That's like the story of Eric's life when he's at work or with kids, and we're like, yeah, we just chat without you, and you have to catch up. So,
Yep.
sorry, not sorry.
Yep. Well,
And then
thank
he
you so
sends
much.
Inappropriate cat
It is
memes.
perfect timing that you are leaving and Shauna's coming on, and we'll do a rapid fire of her through the quarterfinal because she loves brackets, and this has been a dream of hers for a while.
Yeah.
So, Lindsay, go get your kid before you get in trouble and yelled at.
Before I get charged extra.
That's right.
Yeah.
Drive safe.
All right. Bye, guys. Thanks
Drive
for having
fast,
me
take
on. I
care.
will.
And
See you in the morning.
Shauna, how are you? What's up, Prebs? Ooh, we lost Shauna. I think
Is she
she's
there?
frozen. We lost her.
Uh-oh.
But she'll come back. I think she's going
We'll
to
get her
come back.
back,
She
yeah.
looked like she was in the middle of feeding with a newborn baby, maybe the first baby to make an appearance on the pod. But okay, let's continue. Where are we right now? Are we in the Elite Eight, Tara?
I don't think we made it to the other two regions.
Oh, you're
did
right.
we?
You're right. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't make
We're
it
going
to
a
the
little
other
slow.
side.
We might need
Sweet
to rapid fire.
16. We're in the Sweet 16. So let's just go with what we have because at this point, we don't know what's going to move on and what the listeners of the pod are going to vote for. So, Tara, give us your race day dinner, Sweet 16, and who moves on to the Elite Eight.
So I have pasta over pizza, and I have taters over chicken, and then I have, you want me to keep going? The winner of those two is pasta.
No.
Oh.
All right. It's pasta. All right. So
It is
pasta makes
pasta.
your final four.
Yes.
All right. Let's do that. Let's make our way to the final four.
Okay.
So, Erika, why don't you give us your Sweet 16 and Elite 8 for pre-race dinner?
You bet. So I had pizza beating pasta.
Yes.
And I had chicken beating potato.
Ooh.
And then overall, I had to give it to pizza.
Wow.
Pizza is my jam.
Pizza
So,
moving on to the final four.
Pizza moves on.
All right, here's mine. You ready? We have pasta, pizza, potatoes, chicken. Potatoes beats chicken, but I'm not thinking the taters, even though I like taters and like fries. I'm still thinking like you grab those red potatoes or whatever, you dice them up to like little cubes, you put some seasoning on them, and you put them on the griddle. Potatoes moves, and then it is tough, pasta versus pizza, but I am a pizza man. And if you listen to other podcasts, I love pizza, and pizza moves on to my Elite Eight. And pizza versus potatoes, it's not even close, baby. Pizza moves on to the final four. We got that medium pan pizza from Domino's with all those toppings, mushrooms, mushrooms, sausage, and pepperoni.
I would eat a potato on a
Yeah,
pizza.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, pizza moves on to my final four. But let's go race day breakfast Sweet 16. I think we're all a little different here now. Let's go soon to be 6-star Erika. What was your choice?
All right. So between bagel and I had eggs, I chose bagel. So bagel moved on. And then waffles versus Pop-Tarts, I had Pop-Tarts moving on.
Ooh.
So we know already Pop-Tarts got beaten, but I did have bagel going into the final four.
Okay, bagel moves on to the final four.
Bagel moves on.
On my bracket here, we got the Sweet 16 is bagels and eggs, and then waffles and toast. Bagels beats eggs, and waffles beats toast. But in the sweet or the Elite 8, bagels beats waffles. This was maybe my toughest one because they both go in the toaster. I love them both. One is a little bit, hard sometimes with that nice creamy peanut butter. The other one's nice and crispy, but with the soft in the middle from the butter. This was really tough. But my stomach does better with a bagel and peanut butter. Waffles, and if I load it up with butter, make it real soft, that might not be the best for me. So bagels moves on to the final four. Let's go you, Pterodactyl.
Yeah, so I had bagels up against oatmeal, and I went with bagel. And then I had pancakes against toast, and I went with pancakes. And then bagels over pancakes, I went with the bagel.
All right, so we all have bagels in the final four.
Same page, yeah.
All right, I like it. Let's now go to, I should be better with my screen here. Let's go to race fuel. I don't think we've actually talked about our quarterfinals in the race fuel, have we?
No, we haven't made it to this side at all.
We are way off. So we have our pre-race dinner and our race day breakfast, final four, pizza and bagels or pasta and bagels, depending on who you are. But let's start with the quarterfinals for race day fuel. Let's go Pterodactyl. Gels or gummies?
I am a gel girl. I love me some gels, and I found one that I love. So,
what's the flavor?
it's strawberry banana, but the brand is oh my god, you can.
Okay, no free ads.
No, you can advertise if you want.
That's
See what I did there?
Let's try to say hi to Shauna now. It looks like she's back. Maybe there might have been some phone or connectivity issues.
Well, so I'm having a lot of trouble. So I've been listening this whole time, but I guess I wasn't visible to you guys, or
No,
or
we thought you got kicked
able
out.
to be heard. I froze for a little bit, but now I am on somehow a white screen. I can still hear you, but I can't see anything.
Well, we can see
no.
you. So here, do you have your bracket handy?
I can't do anything without, like, it's just a white screen.
Oh, your bracket is all right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to have some fun. I am going to read to you the quarterfinals for Race Fuel, and you can just go off the top of your head. Tell us what moves on. Are you ready?
All right, let's do this.
Let's go gels versus gummies.
Gummies all the way.
Gummies all the way. Let's go salty snacks versus energy bar.
I don't typically, I guess I'd probably do energy bar. I don't typically do either in the middle of a race.
All right. What about H2O versus cola?
Oh, water.
Water all the way. And then pickles or banana?
Ugh. Banana. I don't like pickles.
All right. Erica, are you marking these down for her?
I'm not, but hers are very similar to mine.
All right. Erica, let's get your quarterfinals. Let's work our way down again. I think this is going to work better
Yeah.
for us. Let's go gels versus gummies.
I had to go gummies because texture problem.
All right. Salty snacks versus energy bar.
You're gonna be mad at me. I chose energy bar after all the after all the arguing we did. I'm like, no, you have to have a salty snack. in
Yeah.
there. But
Holy shit.
overall, I feel like I would benefit more from an energy bar than I would salty snacks. Unless we're talking ultras. I don't know.
That's the thing with a bracket. Sometimes you like pasta and pizza going against each other. That's like a final round kind of vote. And
Yeah.
You know.
It was tough to put them both
Exactly.
in the same region, but it had to be done. Yeah. Let's
Mhm.
go. So, Shauna, just for some context, salty snacks, I originally had pretzels. And Erica's like chips over pretzels. And then it became a debate. Like Tara and I were both on pretzels over chips.
But I was like, what if you're eating like the salt tabs? Like those are good to have during a race. And I don't know. I made him do salty snacks instead of just something
She
specific.
forced me.
But of course I
think
I chose something.
I think that's totally fair. I mean, I don't do long enough distances where I need any snacks really. So I guess I'm fine.
All right, Erica, water or cola?
I went cola.
Ooh,
Cola gives me life during races.
I agree.
but Water gives me life every
I
other
do
time.
agree. I loved having Coca-Cola during my Ironman. It was money. It was perfect.
It's the perfect pick-me-up.
L-
You get the sugar, a little bit of caffeine,
right.
and boom, you're
That's
ready
right.
to go.
Let's go pickles or banana.
Had to go pickles. No contest.
All right. I'm going to fire myself down here. We had, I went gels. I went salty snacks. I went water, surprising after I just talked about how amazing cola is, but water all the time. And I went banana. And I have a new favorite gel, Tara. It is the salted watermelon gel with a little bit of caffeine in it. I love that gel.
Ooh. I just got one of those. I haven't tried it yet, but I might try it
I
this weekend.
love it. It's what I'm going to be using it too this weekend at the TI 20 miler. Oh, I called it the TI. It's not the TI.
No, it's not.
It's the Eastern States 20
Eastern
miler by
States.
Millennium. That's right. Why did I call it TI? I'm thinking TI 10 miler.
Because we love TI.
Let's move on to the post-race grub bracket. This one was fun because these are like all the treats and the goodies you would get post-race. Like you cross the finish line and there it is. We're not talking like you go out for dinner. We're talking you're there hanging out with your peeps and you're going to have some good drinks, whether it's beer, Gatorade, burgers or dogs, rolls, as we talked about. Let's go, Shauna. What do you prefer post-race grub at the finish line, beer or Gatorade?
I mean, realistically, the only reason I do races half the time is for the free beer. So I'm going to go beer, but Gatorade is more beneficial, I suppose.
That's right. I hear you there.
I go beer.
I went beer as well. I think it was an easy choice. That's why it's in the number 1 seed. Pterodactyl, what did you pick?
Beer all the way.
All right. Soon to be 6-star Erica. Well, how about you?
Let's make that 4 for beer.
All right. 4 for beer. Let's now move on to the next one. Burger versus hot dog. Shauna, what do you think?
I'd do burger.
All right. How about you, Erica? What are you going? Burger or hot dog?
Definitely burger. I'm a burger person.
All right. Pterodactyl.
I'm going cheeseburger with extra pickles.
Okay. Listen, the three of you, you're all in the wrong. I'm going hot dog. And because it's just usually, it's a little easier to eat, I think, after. But if you put chili on that and make it a chili dog and you load it up, it is so good. I'm going hot dog. And here's an important question, a debate going on for years, guys.
No, it's
Is
not.
a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
I knew you were going to ask that. No.
No.
Same. No, that's the answer to the debate. The long hot dog is not a sandwich, guys. Let's go next
Definitive
one.
answer.
Steak or burrito? Steak could be just beef, really, but steak or burrito? Where'd we land here? Pterodactyl.
Steak.
Soon to be 6-star Erika.
Steak.
Shauna Isom.
I picked burrito.
I as well went with burrito, and hopefully at the Boulder in a few months, Erika, it will be a doozerito.
I'll eat a doozerito. Hell yeah.
Hey, one other thing I realized, but I've known the two of you, Erika and Shauna, since 2004. I didn't realize you were related until just recently.
What?
You're both from the Ham family.
Oh.
But mine just in the first half of my name. I'm like, where are you going with this?
Erika Hamill and Shauna is
Well,
Ham.
Aisha.
Isham.
I know, but come on. All right, let's go rolls. Lobster roll or Hawaiian roll? Shauna.
Hawaiian roll.
Erika?
Hawaiian roll.
Pterodactyl.
Hawaiian rolls. Plural.
Man, the three of you are in the wrong. But
Yes.
Man, the three of you are in the wrong, but Lindsey and I are always right. We're going lobster roll.
Tell me,
Lobster
have
roll,
you
moving
had
on.
one of those Hawaiian rolls though? They are delicious.
Oh.
You got to do one of the BAA races because they usually give those out afterwards.
I believe you, but in my opinion, nothing beats lobster.
I just don't like
Lobster's
seafood.
the
so
best. The
anything
best
beats
post-race meal
lobster.
I've ever had was after Ironman Maine, and they gave us lobsters, a full 1.5 pounder lobster. All right, Shauna, fire round here. Pizza or fish? No. Pasta or fish?
Pasta.
Pizza or tacos?
Pizza.
Potatoes or rice?
Potatoes.
Chicken or beef?
Chicken.
All right, potatoes or chicken?
Potatoes.
Pasta or pizza? Choose wisely.
It's pasta. I'm with Sarah.
All right, another fire round here. Bagel or cereal?
Wait, she's got to do her final four on that. We all picked to the final four. She's got to pick a winner.
All right, is it
No,
pasta or chicken?
It was pasta or potatoes, I think, and I picked pasta.
Pasta goes to the final four.
Yep.
All right, we're going race day breakfast for you. Bagel or cereal?
Bagel.
Eggs or oatmeal?
Oatmeal.
Wow, a lot of people, I'm surprised oatmeal moved
Dude,
on.
oatmeal is
It
a big
sticks.
thing for runners.
It sticks with you.
Yeah. All right, pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
What are you putting on those pancakes?
I'm pretty boring. Just a little maple syrup.
All right, nothing inside like chocolate chips or M&Ms or blueberries?
I mean, I guess maybe chocolate chips just for fun, but usually I go plain. I'm not really a sweet breakfast person.
Okay.
I
And then the
prefer
final one
savory.
for race day breakfast, this was a close one. Toast or Pop-Tarts?
Toast.
Erica's laughing because I can't say anything. I
What
can't
is
You're
say
that,
just
pork-
buzzing
a
it
pork
all
chop?
up. You
He
got
said
your
pork
parp
chop.
tarps.
All right. You said parp tarts, but do you want me to quickly fire those off? Because I think I'm going to have to go soon.
Yeah,
Fire
do it.
away. Tell us what moves on and go all the way to your overall winner of the On the Runs March Madness Runners Edition. Bracket
I
Challenge.
can't see my bracket, so I think I picked bagel, and then I picked oatmeal. Is that what's
That's
next?
right.
I'd probably do bagel, and then it's pancakes versus toast. I'd probably do toast.
And who moves on to the final four?
Bagel.
All right. How about the race fuel? I think you went gummies, salty snacks, water, and pickles.
What was against salty snacks? I think I picked
Energy bar.
I picked the energy bar.
Okay.
So this is mid race. I would go gummies,
And then you have water versus pickles.
Banana.
bananas.
Banana.
I don't like pickles.
Erika, you tell her. Erika, you run the ship. You
Water
run the
versus
show.
banana.
Water.
And then gummies versus water.
How far am I running?
You tell me.
Half marathon or longer.
Oh gosh. Well, that's probably gonna have to be gummies then.
All right. Erika, why don't you go post-race Grub for her? Who was in the Sweet 16, and then move on to Elite 8 and Final 4?
All right. I think she had beer versus burger.
Beer.
And then it was burrito and Hawaiian roll for you.
Hawaiian roll.
And then, so You said, wait, did you say beer?
Beer versus Hawaiian roll.
Hawaiian roll. Yeah.
Can I just have both? I mean, usually if I have a couple of beers, I'm going to need a Hawaiian roll too, but I'll go beer.
Amen.
I
All
like
right,
that.
so we for her, she's got gummies. Pasta was your final four, I
Yep,
think.
pasta for sure.
Bagel and then beer, right?
Yep. These are kind of tricky to pick against each other, right? Because they're all for different purposes.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got all right. So let's do pasta versus bagel. Who wins?
I'll go bagel.
Nice
All right.
choice. I like this.
And then gummies versus beer.
Beer.
So we got bagel versus beer. Who is your overall champion?
Beer.
All right.
I mean, you have to keep in mind I haven't had a beer in like a long time, so apparently maybe I just have a craving.
Are you holding a baby right now?
I am. That was what was. She was crying. That's why I thought I was going to have to scurry away. I can't see what you're looking at, so
we see the top of her head a little above the ear, but that is our first baby appearance on the pod. Hello, beautiful. Everything's going good at home?
Yeah, it's good. She's just a little fussy at times, so when she's ready to cry, she's definitely finding her voice.
Oh.
Well,
baby is what baby does.
Well, we're super excited you were able to join us for this, even though it was quick and you got on. We loved it, and we'd love to hear from you more whenever you want to jump on, and whenever you want to go for a run, hit us up.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm going to start running hopefully in April, get back out there and do some walk jogs, running a little bit. So I'll definitely let you guys know, and we can do some nice slow starts for me.
Awesome. Well,
I'm in.
Well, hashtag no Instagram, Shauna. Thank you so much for coming back. We love you. You're amazing. And you're welcome to stay on if you want and listen to our final choices here. But I know you got a baby and lots going on. We're talking how old now? A couple weeks? Maybe a month?
She's about 4 weeks tomorrow, Wednesday.
Nice.
Yeah. So
she's beautiful.
Thank you. I'm not sure if I don't really know how to leave this because nothing happens when I touch my screen. So I'm just going to try to turn my phone off because I have an Android and apparently it says it's not optimized for my phone.
I
had issues with my Android too. I bought a laptop. So
right now I can't see, but I love you guys. Thanks for doing the bracket. I love brackets and it's like my favorite time of year.
Yeah, I'm glad.
It's our first edition, and we're going to do it again next year, and we will include you about 6 weeks beforehand as we start planning and figuring out what it's going to be next time, what the regions will be, the topics, the choices.
Remember, you can do running movies. Like, there's probably enough to do a small bracket.
I like that idea.
We need 32 choices, but we could do running movies as a region.
Like a short one. You can do a small one. I'll teach you the ways of the bracket.
All right. We'll have some fun. Maybe we can have 4 random regions.
Shauna. I love it.
All right.
Well, thank you very much.
Shauna.
Awesome. Bye, Shauna.
Bye.
All right, ladies, Shauna, Erika and Tara, you need to help me out here. Are we in our Elite 8?
So we finished off half of the bracket so far. We have the pre-race dinner all the way to the final 4. Same with race day breakfast, but I think we only went to the
That's right.
16 or on the other side.
So we are in the race fuel. We are in the sweet 16 for race fuel. So I'm going to start, and then you guys are going to have to remind me what you picked. So I had gels versus salty snacks and water versus banana. Moving on to the Elite 8 is gels and banana for me.
See,
how about the two of you? It's
going to get interesting.
Yeah. I had gels and salty snacks, and then I had cola and pickles. And I had gels over snacks, and I went cola over pickles.
I like that. Cola's making its way to the Elite 8. I'm happy some people have chosen cola here.
Honestly, this side of the bracket, this region, I think was the most difficult for me because I love all of this stuff, probably with the exception of banana.
Who doesn't love banana?
Like, how do you really choose? It all depends on the race and how you're feeling. And so I had picked gummies, energy bar, cola, and pickles. And then I chose gummies over the energy bar. and cola over pickles. See, like it's all over the place. And then I had gummies advancing to the final four.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let's go you, Pterodactyl. Let's go post-race Grub. What moved on in your Sweet 16?
So I had beer over Gatorade. I had, oh wait, did we already do this? What we're doing? Yeah, beer.
Yeah, so now you're beer versus, I think you had burger.
Beer versus burger. And I went beer. And then at the bottom, I had steak versus Hawaiian. And I went Hawaiian. And then, so I had beer versus Hawaiian. And shocking, I went Hawaiian.
Ooh! Wow. For someone who told me earlier while planning, let's just face it, it's going to end up being everyone's going to choose pasta versus beer, but that's just my opinion. It doesn't even make it to your final four.
Yeah, I know. I just was thinking back of last year's Boston Marathon, and I literally housed an entire package of Hawaiian rolls, and I wanted more. So,
all right, Erika, did you give us what moves on to your final four of in this region?
Not on the bottom. So for post-race Grub, I had beer versus burger, and then steak versus Hawaiian roll. I had beer advancing over burger, steak advancing over Hawaiian roll, and then I had beer as my final four.
All right. Well, for me, this one was tough. Beer versus hot dog. And I love a good hot dog, especially with chili, but you don't usually see that after a race. And if you do, they're not the way I love them. So beer moves on. Then I had burrito versus lobster roll, and changed it up. You don't really see either of these post-race unless you get lucky or something, but lobster roll moves on for me against the burrito. And then I had beer versus lobster roll, and again, tough for me, but beer, it like Shauna said, you sign up, sometimes you run for the beer at the end. Like there's that t-shirt you could buy, I run for beer.
Yeah.
Beer has to make the final four for me. Even though I'm really picky about flavors, beer moves on to the final four.
Excellent.
Erika, let's go. Your final four. Tell us who's up against who and who moves on to the final.
All right. So I had pizza versus bagel, which together are amazing.
Pizza bagels.
Pizza bagels.
But I had to choose pizza. That was a no-brainer on my part. And then on the other side, I had gummies versus beer, and I had to give it to beer.
Okay.
So I got. Do you want me to finish, or you want me to?
Let's not go to your final yet.
All right.
We are not going to our final. So, but your final is again pizza versus who or bagel or what was it?
I had pizza, bagel, gummies, and beer, but pizza and beer advanced.
All right. Pterodactyl. Give me your final four and who moves on.
So Erika and I only had one of the same in the final four. I had pasta versus bagel, and I went with pasta. And then I had gels versus Hawaiian, and I went Hawaiian.
Yeah, I like this Hawaiian from you. Yes, you're like, you know what? It's the memory. It's the core memory of one of the worst runs of your life, where the finish line was already torn down, and all you remember is those tasty Hawaiian rolls. I like where your head's
I didn't get a
at.
medal, so I was like all about the Hawaiian rolls.
Yes.
I also haven't drank since December, so I think I'm done with beer.
That's right. And what's going to happen in April?
There's going to be a monsoon.
Very wet April.
Very, very hurricane-y tropical storms.
Monsoon April.
All right. So my final four, gels versus beer. And here's where it got tough. I love gels to get me through a race. And I don't always need to drink beer. I actually don't drink a lot unless I'm in a social area with friends. And typically that's at a race or after we go for a run, like on Run, Walk, Brew or whatever. However, because I don't need beer all the time, I went gels because gel is my jam during a race, especially like I said, that salted watermelon or sometimes strawberry banana. Gels moves on to my final. And is it going to go against pizza or bagel? Two of my favorite foods, and now you made me think pizza bagel, of course.
Harmonious.
What do you think moved on, Erika, for me, pizza or bagel?
Pizza.
What do you think, Tara?
I'm going pizza for you.
Yeah, you both are wicked smart because pizza moves on to the final. I'm sorry, bagel, I love you, but I love my pizza. Pizza versus gels. I'm kind of surprised about the two there, but let's go. We are now in the final. Pterodactyl, give me your March Madness on the Runs Runners Edition bracket challenge winner.
So we've got a final full of just carbs. I've got pasta up against Hawaiian, and it was tough. It was back and forth, but in overtime, pasta wins.
Oh, was it double overtime?
It was quadruple. No. Yeah, I just pasta.
What are you putting in your pasta? What do you have? Is it what kind of spaghetti? What kind of pasta? What kind of sauce? Are you throwing other things in there?
So I do a spaghetti. I do a just like a red sauce, maybe like a like there's one that I buy, a Hannaford brand. It's got like onion, like a flavor. Doesn't have any meat in it. And then the key to it is the garlic toast, Texas toast. That's my
yes, Texas toast is amazing.
Yes.
Oh, we could have put that in a category. That's for another year, another bracket.
Or maybe I'll do Hawaiian rolls now, just because I feel bad because they came in runner up.
You could make those a garlicky, delicious. I would eat those in a heartbeat.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to go next. I'll let Erika go last here, but my final is pizza versus gels. And I think it's pretty obvious. Pizza moves on and is my champion. I love my pizza. Oh, and let me tell you guys, some people are like, oh, Domino's pizza gross or whatever. Not for the price. For like $6.99, that medium 12-inch pan pizza with all those toppings you want. It's amazing. And I run so well after eating a pizza the night before. There is evidence out there. It's remember the story, pizza and beer. I ran a PR the next day on a random half marathon. Yeah. I run well on pizza. Gels, if the race is longer, I might have to do more salty snacks. But just if I have that full pizza, I eat the whole thing too, by the way. The whole pizza
Good for you.
in one sitting.
I'll sit.
Yes.
Wow.
So I'm pizza. Maybe I save 2 slices for the morning, but no, that's my bagel. So pizza wins my March Madness on the Runs Runners Edition. That's a mouthful. Bracket challenge.
Very nice.
Excellent.
All right. For me, I had pizza and beer as my final, and that is a wonderful Friday night, Saturday night, weekend meal right there. But I overall had to go with pizza because literally, like you said, Eric, I could have pizza as my pre-race dinner, as my pre-race breakfast, as my race fuel, as my post-race grub.
I was just going to say that, yeah.
It is the ultimate food for me. I will never say no to a slice of pizza. It is everything I could want and more.
Pizza, of the three of us, I mean, I think Tara's a little surprised. Pizza wins. I mean, I felt like I put them in the wrong slots on the quarterfinals because I wanted them to meet in the Elite Eight, and it didn't work out. But it moves on, and it'll be really interesting to see next week when pasta goes up against pizza, how that goes. Like pancakes and waffles, toast and Pop-Tarts, so close. We're talking over 50 votes, like so close. The one I want to mention, bagels beat cereal 98% to 2%. Anyone want to take a guess who picked cereal? It wasn't me, but it was a dude, and I don't think you'll be surprised when you hear who it was.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
It was 26.2 Todd. And I feel like he just chose cereal to be different.
To fuck with everybody else.
Yes.
Yeah, because when you look at it, doesn't it show you like the percentages?
Yes, and then I can view what everyone votes too.
Yeah. So maybe he was like, "Oh, we got to give cereal a chance."
He didn't want the perfect
underdog.
game.
Right.
He didn't want Bagel to win the perfect game. Yeah. Well, as you can see here on the screen, this is my final bracket here. I have mine. Guys, if you're listening, go on the Instagram, take a screenshot of our empty bracket with the 4 regions, or you can take a screenshot of each region and fill it out. Send it in to Erika. She's going to mark them all down, file them, organize them in order of however. And when this is all done, if you're cool with it, we're going to release everyone's brackets and share what you guys picked, because it's going to be really interesting to see what people choose here. And it'll be a lot of fun. So thank you so much for being a part of this, girls. This has been, like we said, 3 years in the works here. Shauna's been wanting to do it. We did, Eric, remember we made up like a Disney characters one and
Yep.
and
We had
Disney
chick
movies
flicks,
and
romance kind of movies.
and this
we had fun with that. That was during 2020, like the lockdown.
That was. I think we did more brackets too. And too bad we didn't know you at the time, Tara, because we would have had you involved. And this was a lot of fun for me because I went to school on Canva and I learned a lot and I'm super excited about this. And this is going to be the first of many brackets, but I don't know how we top food.
I know.
We'll have to try.
You could do sneakers. A brand.
Definitely thought of that. We could do shoe brands, or we could just do running brands. Like
Running
you could do
brands,
a region of you could do a region of shoes and a region of like clothing.
Yeah.
But then you're running into the same problem. Like you got New Balance shoes and New Balance clothing. But it needs to be 32.
Yeah.
4 regions, 32 options. That's my only that's where
challenge accepted.
That is the hill I'll stand on.
Yeah. There's so many things you could do. You could do the songs, you could do the playlist. Best running song.
Ooh, you're right.
That would be cool.
Songs. Okay, well, we got options. This is going to be a yearly thing.
Yeah.
We'll talk again sometime next year in January as we'll plan this. Tara, you'll be involved. I'm sure Lindsey and Shauna will be. And if people have great suggestions, send them to us in January. Don't send them to us now because they're going to get buried. But guys, thank you so much for being a part of this special edition. Tara, our official first ever employee when that happens one day. We love you.
Paychecks in the mail, Tara.
Right? I've gotten my last 3 paychecks. I'm living large.
Yeah, it says a big fat zero on it though.
Yes.
I might send you one just for fun now.
Yes.
But good luck in the Boston Marathon. We'll talk more before that. It's going to be a lot of fun seeing you crush it this year.
At mile 19, right?
Yes, you
And
will.
Erica's she's going to have a cola ready for me. No free ads.
Yes, I will. Mm-hmm,
and we'll have a lot of Poland Spring.
Yes.
Because we
absolutely.
love Poland Spring.
Poland Spring gets a huge shout out. So,
all right. Well, guys, don't forget, follow us on Instagram. Check out our Patreon page if you want to help support us so we can do more things like this and we can maybe just add more cool things and pay for like video editing software and all that and Buzzsprout. But yeah, link in bio on the Instagram. You'll find us everywhere. Subscribe to that YouTube channel because this will be on YouTube. I hope you girls did your makeup and are happy with it because we're not doing this again.
Gorgeous.
Lindsey, thank you. Shauna, thank you. Everyone who has so far submitted a bracket, thank you. And everyone who's going to submit it, thank you. Thank you for the engagement. Don't forget to vote the rest of the way throughout the entire month of March. Let's hit that engagement up.
Yes, and stay tuned for when you get the final 4. We're going to go to the track.
Yes.
We're going to eat it the night before. We're going to eat breakfast. We're going to run. And then we're going to do whatever after.
I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So choose wisely, everybody.
If 5 people put potatoes in their final 4, I will cook mashed potatoes and have Erika eat it in the middle of her track run or something.
Yes.
No, it would have to be for dinner. You can't do it in the.
You put them in a Ziploc bag and you cut a little hole in the bottom and you eat them like that.
Like the piping bag.
Yes, that's what people do.
I would feed frosting.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are great.
We'll find a way, Erika. We will find a way.
We'll work on it.
Well, this was fun. Thank you so much, Erika. Save us and take us home.
Thank you guys so much for playing along. We're having a lot of fun with this. We hope you are too. And as always, don't forget to stretch.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my God, your name is hilarious, Tara. I didn't look at that until just now.
She talked about it too.
I was wondering.
I know, but I just like saw letters like, oh, that is amazing. Okay.
I wonder how many people are like Ptera.
Ptera.
Because pterodactyl is just pterodactyl, but Ptera.
Months already. If they listen to us, they should know by now that you're pterodactyl.
Yes, I might have to change my Instagram
I was just going to
handle.
say that you need to change it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Once I get on the payroll.
True.